Okay.
So I'm on a Zoom call with my lovely friend Alison Moore, and we were talking about let's just have a chat about what's going on with people, what's happening.
Have a tea break.
Have a tea bait. We were going to call it rich tea, weren't we? But I'm not sure we're going to get sued. First Zoom lawsuit, not ideal.
You'd be all right. They won't care, surely.
We wouldn't want to take the biscuit, would we?
That's bad. That's really
That is bad.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier on about the NHS thing yesterday, weren't we? About how cool that was with
The
applauding
clapping.
everyone.
I love the clapping. Did you go out?
No, I was on a call, unfortunately. I could hear it from my office with everyone clapping
Really?
away.
On free? Oh, wow.
So that was really cool. And I just think it definitely ties in with just showing appreciation. I mean, NHS particularly at the moment, but it's just generally just showing appreciation to other people in your lives is so important. We're all like a little bit deprived of social contact physically.
Do you know, I just thought it was amazing. Not just because, obviously, I wanted to show my support to them, but I absolutely loved it because I have a little family group on on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we're all obviously learning to use all these different social medias because what else can you do?
Yeah.
And so I took my family with me out the front of my house. So they were in Bedford and Milton Keynes, and I was here in Essex, and we're all doing our clapping, and it was so nice to do something with my family.
Yeah.
But also, so basically, I was doing it with people that I've known my entire life, and also people that I've never met across the road.
I know.
And we're doing the same thing at the same time and connecting. Yeah. I just thought it was such a nice, amazing thing to do.
Yeah, I think we need to maintain this when we come out of all this virus stuff, because like it's so cool the way that I connected with my family on Zoom earlier on this week. We had a right old laugh. My dad had his iPad. My brother gave my iPad to my dad, and he sit there with it on his lap. And then it's slowly tilting, so he's he's like doing this on the call. He's like, slow, Dad, where you going? He's slowly tilting. And he kept on doing it all the way through. It was brilliant.
Do you know, so I got my dad on our WhatsApp, on our family group thing on Facebook, and the image of him is all fuzzy.
Right.
Because at one point he'd stuck a tape over because he was worried that people were watching him.
Right.
So he's taped over the thing. Well, now of course he can't get the balloon tape off. So we've got a fuzzy picture of my dad. We've got half of my mum because she's a bit like your dad.
Yeah.
We've got my sister who's kind of a bit more normalish like me. And then my two nieces who obviously know how to do all these clever things. They've got like ears and whiskers and things.
Yeah.
It's just the most craziest thing. Would you know, we're doing family challenges as well.
Oh, very cool. What sort of stuff have you been doing so far?
So today's challenge is to draw. I set the challenge.
Yeah.
Because they're rubbish at setting challenges and I just have stupid ideas. So I've made them all draw all of their pets from forever in chronological order, right? None of us can draw apart from my sister. So
Right. Makes it better, I think.
But last night's was hilarious. We made and flipped pancake.
Right.
But of course we're all trying to get as many flips in as possible. And on Facebook, my niece has written, not competitive family at all. I'm like, it's so true.
Oh, I'm the worst in my family. I'm like by far and away the most competitive, so I have to rein that in. We were doing a little bit. We got a whiteboard on Zoom you can stick up. And it was like, I literally was doing a squiggle and I'm going, right, guess what I'm drawing type thing. And people were shouting out, oh, it's a horse. And I'm so bad at drawing that it takes quite a while for them to get it.
Well, so like picture, what's it called, that game?
Pictionary, was it?
Hey?
Pictionary, was it, the game?
Yeah, like that game, yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you something funny about Pictionary. So my partner Heidi and all her family are like really super artistic. So it was quite a few Christmases ago now, 3 or 4 Christmases ago. We were all playing Pictionary, and because they're so quick and amazing at drawing, they were like just hammering everyone. So I'm sat there with my 2 boys, and we're a little mini team. So we just start, like, as soon as it says go, they're so competitive focusing on it. I literally show the card to my 2 boys and then start drawing.
No one noticed.
No, they don't notice. And we thought we'll let them win, but we'll just give them a bit more competition.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we told them afterwards they were absolutely appalled by our behaviour.
Oh, I think that's a brilliant idea. Terrible.
Oh dear,
Is
it's
Heidi
great.
working from home?
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much everyone that I know is. I've got a friend of mine whose um, wife is in the NHS. She's a GP, so like he's sort of seeing the front end from his side. But pretty much all
Wow.
my family are at home now. My brother's a makeup artist, so he can't work at the moment. So
Oh,
he's
I
sort of just
know.
planning out his business and so on and so forth. The only ones that are active, my son's just recently become a tree surgeon. So there's a bit of work there, like commercial work, going out onto property and stuff and doing that, because some of it's actually potentially dangerous. So it's considered to be
Right.
ticking the
Okay.
essential work
There's
box
a
type
risk
thing.
element to it.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's like my son's dead happy. My eldest son Reese, because he's a teacher and he's stuck at home
Wow.
waiting to do that. But it's quite cool because he's making offers to friends and family to help them out with a bit of tutoring for free and things. So it's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Oh, so many people are offering free things.
Yeah.
I mean, and get this. So I've got my salsa teacher, Stellan.
Yeah.
He taught me to teach as well. He, bless him, his entire business is gone overnight, disappeared.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't run a salsa class with lots of people there, holding hands, etc.
Yeah.
So he's running on Zoom tonight at 8 o'clock for free. It's like the guy's lost his whole business, yet he's still thinking about everybody wanting to
Yeah.
have fun and doing something nice.
Yeah.
It, I, I think it's brought the best in that in people out.
I agree with you. It's like what I'm noticing is like in like the old economy, you'd have people that are called were very transactional, so they just want to sell you stuff.
Yeah,
And then you had the people, like, I think that's why you and I became friends. Like we just want to help people and serve people. And
yeah,
you do it with all the websites and clever things you do, and I do it with my coaching. But what I'm noticing now is it's kind of shaking the tree a little bit, and people that really want to serve will keep on serving, as you said, even if their main business has gone to pot.
yeah,
And that will create a massive amount of goodwill down the line,
yeah,
because
really well.
people people remember that stuff,
Yeah.
and the transactional people are kind of getting shaken out a little bit, which is really
Well,
really
no,
a
I
good
mean,
thing.
hopefully they'll just adapt, because you can adapt. Well, okay, so I'm doing the course. I told you I'm doing the course,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm kind of learning about I'm doing a psychology course
Very cool.
for people that don't know, because I had a baby. He's
Mm,
3.5 months, and because I'm not allowed to work because I'm on maternity, which is fun, except when he's sleeping and I've got nothing to do.
mm.
I bought myself a psychology course
Oh, very
for
nice.
something
Yeah,
to do. Anyway, I'm now learning kind of the different types of psychology, the different
yeah,
approaches,
yeah,
and I'm learning about what I think is good approaches and bad approaches, and whether it's behaviorist or whether it's humanist,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
really, really
yeah.
interesting. And it's I don't know whether it's a good thing, because maybe I'm starting to put people in boxes, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think it's more about spotting patterns actually. After a while, you start to see patterns of behaviour, and then potentially when you see that pattern, or they can see their own pattern, it's probably even more useful. They can make adjustments. So what I love the fact you're doing that, because whatever you choose to do with it, because you're a real people person and love to help people, you add that sort of skill or understanding, then it's like, well, I can, you
Yeah, I
potentially
hope
create more
so.
impact. I think.
Oh, but sorry, so that's where I was
Yeah,
going with it.
yeah,
So, because I'm learning more about that kind of stuff, I'm learning about the idea of like nature nurture. Are you
yeah,
born with it, or can you learn it? And I am now convinced. I am under the opinion that you can choose to change.
yes,
You
hundred
can
percent.
very much choose to change. You don't have to be the way that you have always been.
Yeah,
And I think that the people, like you said, are transactional. I think they will choose to change, and I
mm.
think we're going to see a massive change just generally in our population. I love it. It's exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I think people have got to adapt to what's going on. It's like people want to be helped more, they want to be served more, and so yeah, I think those that survive will get the message. I think others will maybe they'll go off and get a job. I don't know what they'll do, but it's
I
in,
tell you what, though, talking of surviving, okay. So Dave and I, we've spent quite a long time together, and
yeah,
so we're quite cool working together at home, or being
yeah,
together at
yeah,
home. And to be honest, I just adapt. I just go and do other things and let him have his office downstairs, and that's fine. But there's got to be couples that are just killing themselves at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow! Should we all just be changing jobs and being kind of lawyers by the end of this? Lawyers, you would make a fortune, surely.
It's an interesting one because I've got a friend of mine who is coaches people going through a divorce, sometimes to turn it around, but often it is to go through a healthy divorce. And she told me the other day that in times of economic trouble, people tend not to get divorced because they don't have a lot of money to go around to sort it out and also to split. But what you'll end up with is loads of like very unhappy couples if you're not careful. You said because they've been stuck with each other for ages and suddenly realise actually the reason you used to go out down the pub or play golf or go to WI or whatever is to keep apart from each other. And so I think there'll be loads of stuff around relationship coaching, definitely, like just to help people improve the way they work.
I mean, there's going to be, it's fascinating. So if you're a people watching person, so I love a bit of people watching. I quite like having a coffee and watching around or whatever. This is the ultimate kind of perfect people watching moment where you can you can see on Facebook or whatever, like friends, they're homeschooling, so for 2 days, their son or daughter is putting their uniform on and they're doing the exercises with what's his face in the morning.
Joe Wicks,
and then by day 3, my niece put a picture up of her 5-year-old on the sofa still in his PJs under a big blanket. So like it's interesting, how long is this stuff gonna last? People try and put in boundaries, but then how it's so easy to let them slip. And
it's a classic. Like, see, a lot of work I do, a lot of my clients is right. You where you are in your business or your personal life because of all the stuff you've always done, like a whole load of habits, and you go, oh, this isn't working, so let me do something different. And like, they overestimate the amount of work required to stop doing something and start doing another one. Actually, like the processing in your brain to do that is not inconsiderable. And it's like they used to say that to create a new habit was about between 21 and 28 days. And then some boffins in, I think it was one of the London universities, it might have been Imperial, one of the ones, it said it's more like about 67 days. So actually, there's a tendency to do something new and then your brain goes, don't really fancy this anymore because they're not used to it, and you stop.
Okay.
So it's actually it is like a little sort of microscope almost on people's habits, and people are under stress. People revert back to type as well. So like you get some people, oh, woe is me, world's going to end. Other people are going, right, I'm going to get on with it. Other people go, it's not as serious as people think. Other people go, you must take it seriously. So it's all patterns coming up again with people doing the same stuff.
Because I'm on maternity, literally nothing has really changed for me yet.
Yeah.
It will do, because I mean, I've got clients and friends, well, my clients are my friends basically, but some of them they're not going to survive it.
Yeah.
And because of that, some of my business will go naturally.
Yeah.
And I'm just accepting that. It's one of those things. I mean, I have kind of tried to help them if I can, and defer payments and things, but naturally it's going to be hard. So we'll see. So I will have an effect at some point, but right now nothing has changed apart from the fact that I've got Dave knocking around the house during the day, when normally I have my routine. I'm such a routine person.
Yeah.
And so like the other day, he very kindly made me a cup of tea.
Yeah.
But didn't bring it out to me when I needed it for my lunchtime at 12 o'clock.
Shocker.
And I'm like,
shocker.
Why is the tea still on the side? You've made it. And he's like, well, I was getting round to it. But it's now 12 o'clock.
Good thing is men are like dogs, so you can train them. You use rewards. When you bring the tea out, it gets reward.
I'm so glad you said that and I didn't. I would have been in so much trouble. Anyway, what's the time?
It's true. We're all good. We've got a couple more minutes yet. I've got my next call in a bit. But
okay.
Has he done is the shed all done now? So have you got a nice little space there to do
God,
stuff?
it's amazing. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll show you.
I'm seriously impressed by Dave's DIY skills.
Excuse the washing. I haven't got I haven't got the key with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay,
It's
let's
all
go around
built
this
on.
way.
Wow, look at that.
There's
How cool is that?
the shed. It's now got the gym equipment in it.
Wow, that was
It's
well timed.
it's carpeted. It's been plastered and painted, and it has its Wi-Fi, and it's got, I think it's got something like 12 plug sockets in it.
Just in case.
The electrics. It's not like just kind of have an extension lead out to the shed.
Yeah.
It's kind of gone from the roof down under the paving and up and all the rest of it. Oh, it's amazing.
And just to be clear, Dave started this well before in this virus stuff. He was preemptive. He obviously realised something was coming. Let me build the gym.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically the point of the gym was because obviously I was having a baby. I couldn't go to the gym because you can't just take baby to the gym. I mean, what do? Stick it down next to the treadmill?
It's like, just wait there a minute.
I don't know. I mean, having a baby is like a whole new thing, isn't it?
It's quite interesting.
You have to relearn stuff. So like learning. I don't know. When you go to the shop, what do you do with it? Whatever. So seriously, you can't just like pop it in your handbag.
No, that's right. Yeah, you have to adapt.
Yeah. Anyway, so the whole gym thing was because I couldn't go to the gym. I was like, well, can we have a space where basically I can, and I wanted it out of the house so that I could still go to the gym, because if it's just a room in your house, the motivation to just walk across the landing, get changed into your gym stuff, it's just not there.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have to physically go out of the house and into a different space, then I find that it helps me motivate myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he agreed, and away we went.
I was amazed by it. Watching the progress, I'm like, wow, this guy's got talents that I'm very envious of. So that and croquet, of course, given he's one of the best players in the world. But there we go.
Well, he's all right.
Yeah, he's like decent. He shows promise, doesn't he?
Yeah, shows promise.
And I think like just generally like having even now, like having projects to do. I've like put up a mailbox outside our house and stuff like that. It's just like having little things to do is good to have something to keep your brain occupied and work towards, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is why I did the course thing, because I needed something to do. I mean, interestingly, it's like half of the UK is now a bit like me. Obviously, they haven't had a baby, but they're basically on some sort of leave.
Yeah, that'll be about 9 months' time, I think, for everyone else.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna need something to do, aren't they?
Mind you, if they're distancing, then maybe not. I don't know. Oh dear! I've just had an idea actually. So future ones, like, because in case we get Sue with Rich, tea or tea with Rich, we could have afternoon with Alison. Would be another catchy little name for us.
It's not that catchy.
Alison's afternoon something.
Well, if you catch me about 6 o'clock, I'll have the wine out.
wine with Ali.
With Alison.
We'll have to get our friend Polecat on as well. That'd be good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Right. Anyway, you've got 3 minutes.
Yeah. Lovely catching up with you, and I think I'll share this out with my my little group as well. I think I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, well,
take care.
If anyone wants to join our chat sometime, then maybe have a little
get everyone
break after
on.
Work.
Love to Dave and Ben as well, and all your family, and let's catch up soon. Yeah.
Brilliant. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.